getting into the Brooks bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Brooke.
What's up, y'all?
And Megan.
What's up, you guys?
I just want to start off by saying the draft was not pretty. The fantasy draft was not pretty for me. I don't know. How do you guys feel about your guys' fantasy drafts?
I'm okay with my first team. I'm currently drafting my second team right now.
Must be nice.
But I feel okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm excited.
I know, him too. What about you, Brooke? Speechless?
I don't know.
Speechless.
I don't know. I don't know what to think, but I usually don't at the start of the year when we do these things because
I agree.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
You figure it out along the way.
Well, they had a lot of the rookies they had a lot of the rookies like ranked really high.
So that threw me this year. They did this year.
But I mean, overall, we'll see. Megan, what draft order did you get in the second one?
6.
That's a good spot.
We still all drafted late. Isn't that weird? We all got like last picks in our drafts, but whatever. Before we get get on with our predictions, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We appreciate you guys' support on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Almost there. But yeah, we did have a live. Brooke, I forgot to tell you, YouTube took down our live. So yeah.
Why?
They said I broke a rule. I don't know what rule I broke, but whatever. Sorry, YouTube. So yeah, it got taken down, so they only saw my draft. So
that's weird. It's not like we were betting or anything. Like it was just
I don't know.
It was just playing.
Yeah.
I don't know. So whatever. But let's get into the news before we get into our preseason predictions. First off, Las Vegas extends Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young through 2025. Woo! Excited. Crystal Dangerfield gets traded from Dallas to Atlanta for a third-round pick.
This one is shocking.
Weird. You know why? It's because they like that Jaylen Brown rookie. She did really good in her preseason
but Atlanta
game.
has a lot of guards.
They do. That's why it was a little weird Atlanta wanted to trade for her. But hey, we're here.
Atlanta's going to get rid of some guards then.
Cut time. A lot of cuts. Let's get into some of those cuts. Connecticut waves Kiana Smith. Las Vegas waved Bree Beal and Morgan Jones. I am bummed about that Bree Beal one. LA waved Barag Kiss. I hope I said that wrong. Sorry. I mean, right. I hope I said that right. Sorry. New York waves Anna Taddick. Phoenix waved Desiree Young. Atlanta waved Taj Cole and Elizabeth Balogun. I don't know. This is hard, guys. And Dallas waved Emma Cannon. So, sorry. I mean, that's just the first round of many. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Golden State, guys, reached 7,000 ticket deposits and counting.
That's
I can't wait.
A lot.
I'm so excited. I'm like really excited. I don't know. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to convert.
Oh my God.
Convert our deposit.
I thought you were going to say convert as a fan. And I was going to say, wow, you really just jumped ship.
Oh, from the Aces?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll be wearing my Aces jersey at the Golden State.
Yeah. Sorry, Golden State. Unless you
they'll
Kelsey
fully
Plum.
know this as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wear like a Bay hat or something.
Yeah. Like a t-shirt under the jersey.
Jersey. Exactly.
And then like kind of like, woo, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever's winning, I'll just take off.
You're one of them. No, just right. Okay. Overall, WNBA sales on StubHub are up 93% compared to last year. Awesome. Aces tickets are up 190% compared to May 2023. Indiana tickets are up 13 times compared to 2023. And the Chicago Skies tripled in sales in 2023. So awesome. I'm not surprised that those 3 teams have done that though. Las Vegas came out with a documentary. Did you guys actually watch it? Aces versus everybody?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, first of all, it's an hour, so make sure you prepare yourself for that because I started it and I looked down and it said 56 minutes and I said, ooh. It's really good so far. And honestly, shout out Vegas social media video editing team because they do something like this every year. They did something like that on TikTok and stuff too. It's so good. I wish all the other teams would do it too.
Yes.
So if there is those, please send them our way because I think they're really fun to watch.
Yeah. It like prepared me for the season. I was like, yay, I can't wait. This is gonna be
even
awesome.
The live practice today.
Oh yeah.
I loved watching that.
It was really
cool. They should do that with more teams.
I agree. But if you want to watch it, it is on YouTube. Also, Brittany Griner shares her first time about the book. Her book we'll call it Coming Home. You can watch it on Hulu. I was watching some clips of it on like TikTok and stuff. It seems, I don't know, it's very interesting to me, like what like goes on over there and like her experience. So I'm gonna check that out. Have you guys heard of it? Did you guys watch it? Okay.
I saw it, but I haven't like watched it. I just saw like the snippets on social media.
Yeah. I want to watch that. Okay, a couple rule changes for the WNBA this season. So first, second coaches challenge finally, because I hated last year when they were successful on their coaches challenge and then it was like, okay, well you can't challenge again. So I'm glad that they brought that rule. The second one is there will be 5 timeouts instead of 4. Plus 1 reset timeout. And for those of you that don't know what a reset timeout is, I looked it up. So a reset timeout is a stoppage of play request by a team that allows it to advance the ball and make substitutions with no huddle. Each team is entitled to 1 reset in the final 2 minutes of the 4th period and 1 in the final 2 minutes of any OT period.
No, I don't like that one.
Why not?
Because they always just save their timeouts for the end anyways. And the last 5 minutes of a basketball game are arguably the worst 5 minutes of the game because it turns into 40 minutes of timeouts and then it goes to the same 4 commercials because everything's on a streaming platform. So you're listening to the same AT&T commercial for the next 40 minutes. I don't like it. Let's just play, run it down. If you're down, listen, actually, I was talking to my roommate about this who played college basketball, and I said they should make a rule where if you are down by like 15 or more, 12 or more with the last minute and a half of a game, you can't call timeouts anymore. Let the game run out.
What if they go on a run?
Statistically, okay, with these timeouts and then just fouling out of nowhere, statistically, how many teams in the last 15 years have actually won a game, come back and won a game from it?
I don't know. I don't have those stats.
Well, somebody comment it down below because I'm intrigued to know. If I'm wrong, I'll own up to it. But every game I watch, men's, women's, college, it could be an AAU tournament. It doesn't work. I get it back in the day when it first came about. Yeah, it's going to work. Now, everybody does it. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Well, it is here. It is a new rule, and there will be no more 20-second timeouts with the new timeout rule. All right, some college stuff, college updates. Dawn Staley announced South Carolina will open next season in Las Vegas. Ladies, let's go.
Okay. What day?
I don't know. Beginning of college. I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated on that. Tamia Gardner from Oregon State transfers to UCLA. UCLA stacking up, guys. Donovan Hunter from Oregon State is transferring to TCU. Another TCU transfer. And Deja Kelly announced she will not be returning to UNC, but we don't know where she's going. Where is she going, guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
an interesting one.
I know.
Deja Kelly.
Kentucky.
I feel like that's our default answer. Kentucky.
Yeah.
TCU.
TCU. Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, no, that's interesting. When I think Deja Kelly, all I think
LSU.
is UNC. Oh, no, absolutely not. That one wouldn't work out.
USC.
Absolutely not.
Miami. There's only a couple.
Yeah, only a couple of destinations everyone ends up at. Okay, let's go over the preseason recap a little bit from, what was this, Friday? So Dallas defeats Indiana 79-76. I just wanted to touch on the game because it was a really good game. Caitlin Clark did really well, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And I wanted to highlight the other rookie, Jaylen Brown, because I feel like no one was talking about her. And she did really well, 21 points, 5 rebounds. And we were saying Arike needs another partner, another guard, and they might have found her.
Funny?
Yeah.
None of us would have been able to draft her because ESPN feels like she doesn't exist.
Yeah. So thanks, ESPN. Well, you know what, though? It's kind of like they're waiting for cuts, too. I could imagine that they're waiting for the final cuts.
Yeah, but you still put her on fantasy. I mean, they have a ton of players on fantasy that aren't like...
that are retired. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
last
I'm
year,
surprised
Tina
Sue Bird wasn't
Charles,
on there still.
They have Deladon on the.
Oh yeah,
know
they
what I
have
mean?
Deladon. You're right. Yep.
I didn't even see her on there.
Yeah, but it was a good game. Caitlin Clark
It was a
getting her
good
shots
game.
off.
Mhm.
But Enrique, step back 3 to win the game. Come on now, that's Enrique right there.
Yeah.
I really wanted to recap the preseason because it's the league, like fandom is growing for WNBA, obviously women's basketball. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but obviously they didn't stream this game, the Minnesota versus Chicago game. But a girl that was at the Chicago game or at the game was recording it and live streaming it, and it peaked at like 200,000 views. Like
Wow.
that's insane, right? I heard that someone from the arena told her to stop recording. But it's like, give the people what they want. People want to see Angel Reese and Cardoso. Like, God, like, the WNBA, you wanted to expand. You wanted people to come watch. They're here to watch, and you didn't stream it. Like, that's...
They got right away.
That's
ASAP.
tough. But I will give it to them. They haven't really streamed preseason games in the past. But you knew these hyped players
even
were
last
coming.
year, Vegas played in their practice facility against New York, I think. Like,
Mhm.
there's no seats in there. They didn't have that open to any, even their season ticket holders. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. You knew these top players with a lot of social following was going to be coming into the league. At least make their games available instead of here and there, because it's there. The demand is there. But anyways, Angel Reese did really well. 13 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double in her first, game. And, yeah. Sadly, Cardoso might have injured her shoulder. I don't know. Like I said, we didn't really get to see it. So hopefully she's okay. But yeah, Angel Reese did get to start that game too. So we shall see. Okay. But what we're all here for, the preseason predictions. And me and Brooke are really good at this. Like, we'll just throw names out there. Megan literally was sitting next to me. No, she was like, well, but like it's too early. Like, it's a preseason prediction.
Yeah, actually, now that you bring that up, Megan, I don't think answered any of these questions last year.
Exactly what I'm saying. Like,
it just goes either way.
Like, Megan, just pick someone. Like, we do this every year: a preseason, a midseason, and our final. Like, it's okay to be wrong right now. It's just a preseason prediction.
And then when the final comes, she goes, I don't agree.
And doesn't pick. Like, Megan, it's okay to be wrong. You can't always be right. But Megan's going to try her best today, okay? So we're going to be going over Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, Sixth Player of the Year, and then Coach of the Year. And then the champion. If you're new here, we're going to be biased, but it's okay. Because they're usually right predictions anyways. Okay, but let's start off with the most fun one, Player of the Year. Now, I'll start off because I said one thing, and I'm going to explain now. I watched the Aces versus Everybody documentary. It got me pumped, okay? That 4th place vote is haunting, is like in the back of A'ja Wilson's head, and you motivated her. You motivated her to dominate this season so bad, and it's undeniable that she's going to be the MVP. Like, oh my God. We're probably going to see the best season A'ja Wilson has ever played this season. Stamp it. A'ja Wilson is my 2024 Player of the Year.
Dude, yeah, 100% agree. Because, I mean, even after the finals, like, she was just like, yeah, that was on my mind to get the, finals Player of the Year, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, it's like resolved in her head.
No.
Yet. Like, the finals compared to the season is different. No. Like, it's two different things. And I think she's going to come back and be
Vengeance.
like, yeah, I agree with that.
It's going to be crazy.
Well, don't worry, guys. I'm saying the same thing.
Easy. Well, that was easy.
I'm not going to be the one to go against A'ja this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's going to be terrifying. She's going to
get it.
It's okay. Clips to us. Same. No, I'll be mad because for real, I really think she is going to just kill it this season. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year. It's A'ja Wilson. And like, we're laughing about it, but like, let's be for real. If she has an MVP season, she's taking home the Defensive Player of the Year again. Like, don't even let me get into my tangent. You guys can take the floor if you have someone different.
Go ahead, Megan.
Who is it? You're gonna pick someone else?
It's gonna be Asia, but it's gonna be a close race. I think AT is gonna be up there.
And you know what? I hope she is, because I hope she comes back with vengeance this year too, because she's getting up there in age and she's hurt. I swear, every other week she comes with like a new brace or taping job or something. It seems like. So I honestly, I hope it's between them. So yeah. Like I wouldn't even be mad if both of these positions were between those two players. Like I really wouldn't be that mad.
Yeah, no, because Alyssa Thomas did deserve it last year. Sorry.
Yeah, like I mean, you got to throw Brianna Stewart in there somewhere too, because if she does another phenomenal year, she's going to be in one of those. But I think like my heart wants one of these two, Asia or Alyssa.
No, when Asia, because you know what, Becky already said she's mad at herself for not playing her enough in the fourth. But the Aces win margin is like so big. Why you're not going to risk playing her in the fourth? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You want her to play for years, not just
Exactly. So I think their perspective's changing on that, and I just think that those two right there, that dynamic duo, I'm telling you, Asia Wilson, MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. All right, Rookie of the Year. You guys can start this one.
Caitlin Clark. She's gonna start. She's probably gonna get the most minutes out of, I would think, all rookies.
Yeah.
I mean, LA, Chicago, they should all get play time. But I mean, Caitlin, I think she's the one out of all of them that's just going to be like, green light, shoot it, whatever. Right? So I think she's going to be Rookie of the Year.
All right, Brooke, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's hard because we're in preseason now and they're doing a great job, but it's also like they haven't had a break. So they should be doing a good job in this preseason, right? Give it 3 months and everybody else catches up. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing, So if she stays how she started the other day, easily. Yeah. But I do think, just like Megan said, there's some other really good contenders in this draft class that if they stay on the team, don't get waived and continue playing, it's going to be really good. Like, who did I just say? Edwards.
Oh, Leah Edwards. Yeah, you were talking about
Leah Edwards. She's not going to be Rookie of the Year, but she got 15, almost 16 minutes in her first preseason game. If they all get 16 minutes, that's going to be a hard battle going forward.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think everyone knows Caitlin Clark has the edge. She's probably going to average lots and lots of minutes. But I do think that it'll be a close race. I think depending on what LA does with their rotation and how they play Cameron Brink and Rakia Jackson, I say whoever gets the starting role between those two is going to compete with Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. Because I've seen that a lot actually too. Yeah, I think Rakia and Cameron Brink have that. I don't know. There's a vibe about them that I think they can also impact their team and do well in the league. So I'm those three names I think are going to be in the race. Yeah, and depending on what Chicago does, same with Angel Reese and Cardoso. Depending on what Chicago does in their rotation. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see about Rookie of the Year. Obviously, Caitlin Clark's probably a very, very high favorite. Okay. Most Improved Player of the Year. We almost got this one, I think, last year. But I'll start off because I think we talked about her a lot. I have Dana Evans, and I think this is her year to shine. Kalia Copper's gone. She's probably going to be the starting point guard. This is her year to kind of lead Chicago a little bit. So I really think, if she gets the minutes, I like how she plays. She had spurts of doing good last year. We saw it. If she's able to get those minutes, because last year she didn't get a lot of minutes. I mean, it was up and down depending on who was hurt that week, right? If she gets the consistent minutes, I really think she could put up some good numbers for Chicago.
And they needed to have that. I hope they had this conversation with her at the end of the year of listen, you're probably realistically on the waiver for us. Whether we trade, keep or not, but we do see talent in you and promise in you. and you could become a real leader and like point for this team.
Mhm.
And I think that fueled her, especially with what's her face leaving and going over to
Leah
Minnesota.
Well,
To her too, right?
yeah.
You have all these
Courtney
young,
Williams. You're talking about
Courtney Williams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
have these young bigs.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have these experienced guards. Like, I think she's gonna do well, but I don't know if she will actually win this. I would love that because I am a big Dana Evans fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think like Carrington has a real shot at it too. There's a couple names that I would love to see.
That is a good one. Carrington is a good one because if you look at Connecticut, they lost Rebecca Allen, they lost Tiffany Hayes. Like, they lost the scorers. Yeah, they lost scorers. So, I mean, she has a really good chance of stepping up and trying to fill a scoring role. So that is a good one. Someone I have had my eye on is Maddie Seegers from Dallas.
I love Maddie Seegers, bro.
Me too.
I love her.
Every time I see her play, bro, she is working.
Yeah, bro.
She's gonna be a bucket. So
I agree. I like Maddie Seegers. I hope she gets a lot more minutes this season.
Yeah.
Okay. God, I looked at okay, our next section is 6th player of the year, and Megan has like 5 lines of notes.
The whole Lynx bench.
Okay, 6th player of the year.
This one, okay, guys, let me go first. This one is the hardest.
It is the hardest. I will
category
give you that one.
For me, because the way my mind works is I need to know certain facts before I like to make my decision. And with these teams having rosters of 16, 17 people, how am I going to know the starting lineups?
Oh my God. It's a preseason prediction.
So the Lynx team is the most confusing to me, but they have some really good talent.
They do.
So if like an Alana Smith, Diamond Miller comes off the bench,
I agree with you.
I don't know. That to me is like, wow, they have great potential to be 6th player of the year.
I agree with you.
But then Megan Gustafson from freaking the Aces, like, I almost wanted to put her as most improved because just being on the Aces, I feel like she's gonna grow so much.
That's a good one.
But
who did you just say?
She did finish off the season really well last year. So I'm like, is it really most improved? Like, we saw that she's a bucket at the end of last season for Phoenix. So I don't know. But I'm torn on this one. See me mid-season.
You still will give the same answer.
You still won't answer it. So it's
like,
fine.
What are you
at the end of the year
about?
When she disagrees with the 6th player of the year.
Oh my God. I do like the Lynx prediction though, because you are right. Who is going to be on the bench? I like that. I would say Megan Gustafson as well. I think Alicia Clark won it last year, deservingly so. She did really well. But I think Gustafson's going to have a really big role with the Aces. She can shoot the 3. She's really dominant in the paint. She's a good rebounder. So I think this year it's going to be Megan Gustafson. And
Can I throw one more name?
Oh, Jesus. Yes.
I think she had ankle surgery, and I'm not sure how she's really recovering or anything like that. But Jordan Horston will now be coming off the bench if you look at that roster.
I guess that's true.
And she might get buckets if she's healthy. I don't know what's going on with her ankle. I know she had like surgery or something.
I didn't even know it was her ankle. I thought it was her shoulder.
What's his shoulder? I know she had surgery in the off season. So.
Well, that's a big difference there, Megan. The shoulder. So you might need to
check facts.
Let me look it up.
Look it up. All right, Brooke. Who you got?
I don't know. I agree that this one is the hardest one because we don't know what their rosters are going to be and who's going to be the starting 5 and then who's going to be that rotation. So it's hard. Like, I mean, if we take Dana Evans was coming off the bench last year, and this year she's probably in the starting 5. And so it's hard to like figure out who those people are going to be. So I really don't have anybody for this. I think somebody on the Lynx is probably a really good guess. I would love to see Diamond Miller get it. I'm a big Diamond Miller fan, and I wanted her to do well last year, and that hurt my heart. But I don't know. I can't choose. This one's too hard because I just don't know. I'd have a better idea in the midseason when right now they're just changing rosters and figuring out who's gelling before they even make cuts. So I don't know.
So update. Jordan Horston has shoulder surgery in the offseason. but is currently out now because of her ankle.
Oh, wow. You both are right. How cute.
Yeah. See?
Smart. Okay, Coach of the Year. We got this one wrong last year, but it's fine because you guys robbed Letitia Trammell. Don't even get me started on that. Okay, but Coach of the Year this year.
For real.
I went through everyone's roster, and I think this one's kind of unanimous. They're never going to give it to Becky again, okay?
Yeah,
they're never giving it to Becky Hammon
There's
again.
no reason.
Unless
she's a GOAT.
I don't even know. Unless she goes undefeated, I don't think they're going to give it to Becky.
No, Becky would have to go to a different team, like Fever, flip that team into a championship team, and then maybe.
Yeah, they're never going to give it to her. So with that being said, I really think it's going to be Noelle Quinn, Seattle Storm's coach. She has all the weapons at her disposal now. I think, what's it called? The proof is in the pudding. Is that what they say? Is that the
something like that? Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So anywho, I think it's going to be Noelle Quinn. Like I said, all the pieces are there for her to contend for a championship. Rightfully so. I mean, she was stripped of Brianna Stewart and Sue Bird, so they re-upped. But who you guys? Any contenders to Noelle?
I think this is a really good choice because of the 180 flip here we've seen with Seattle in the last 3 years. It's like back and forth. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we rule out Dallas as coach.
True.
And honestly, I don't think we need to rule out Indiana Fever's coach yet.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, like
Megan, your notes say Noelle Quinn.
Yeah,
why are you saying? Excuse me. Why are you saying that's where I'm at?
Excuse you. Don't read the notes.
See, Megan, this is why you just do what I do and don't put notes. You just what you feel is right in the moment.
I didn't know my notes would get used against me, but I do think Noelle Quinn is gonna get it because her team is like fire all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But if we looked from a team, you know how they like to look for coaches that turn teams around, kind of thing. It's gonna be Indiana.
Yeah.
They're gonna compete way more this year than they did.
That's true.
So.
That is true.
And then Dallas, just like, I don't know.
We just love Dallas. We're a little biased.
I love Dallas. I love that coach. I think what they're doing is great.
Yeah.
She's just got to be a little bit more, and they're freaking there.
Dude, she's going to win Coach of the Year in the next, 5 years.
I hope
Dallas is going to be good. I just don't sleep on Dallas. Okay, our last one, and everyone knows what our answer is going to be. Champion of the 2024 WNBA will be
Bay Area. Sorry, no, I'm kidding.
I'm going with the 3-peat. I don't care. We're making history. Well, technically a 4-peat would be, actually a 5-peat would be breaking history, right? Because the comments were 4. So whatever. 3-peat.
Oh, did you see that? Sorry, side note that they are interested in bringing the comments.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Run it.
That'd be really dope. That would be really dope. But I really think Las Vegas has the pieces. Their free agency pickups were great. Their draft picks were great. I mean, all around. They have what it takes to win again.
For not having a lot of draft picks, they came out
they did great
out of the draft.
They did great.
The WNBA was like, we're not going to give anything to the Aces for the next 3 years, and the Aces were like, good try. Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. But I think they have the pieces. Obviously, New York and Seattle are going to give them a run for their money. Yep. I mean, that's the goal. Two back-to-back super teams they got to go against. So
and then you have Seattle and you have Dallas on the Aces side. Yeah, when it comes to the playoffs, that's going to be tough. So it's going to be all about rankings on what you get placed in the playoffs, as it usually is. But this one's going to be even crazier.
Yep. Yeah. But what do you guys think? Any other contenders for the championship?
There's going to be contenders. I think it's going to be a great playoffs with these teams. Really good. Teams are looking good this year, so I'm excited.
Okay, but Seattle, who's your pick, Megan? York. Megan, pick one.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Aces.
She throws up.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking, right? If they bring the Comets team, you think Dawn Staley will come to the WNBA and coach?
No,
I don't think so.
An extension
she ended with the comments.
She makes like $20 million a year. I think she's fine at South Carolina.
I think the culture she's built out of South Carolina, I don't know. That's like her home. I don't know.
She's enjoying it now. She just got them there, and like I don't
likes being with the.
Those are like her kids, you know.
Yeah. And she is preparing the WNBA though. She's feeding the WNBA.
Hell yeah, she is.
She's feeding goats.
We need a couple more coaches like Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Because Gino's going to be on his way out eventually. Vanderveer.
But I just always thought, like, that the GOAT thing of, like, to see Becky and Dawn Staley go head to head coaching,
that
like,
would be kind of cool.
I don't know. I want to see that.
Yeah, that would
put them in charge of Team USA.
I know, huh?
Snap. That would be really good. And Brooke, you said who? Las Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Come on now.
Ridiculous.
We're not being biased or anything.
Next.
Never. All right, but let us know what you guys' preseason predictions are. Next week, we'll have a little fantasy preview for week 1, some waiver wire pickups and stuff like that. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share. Like we said, on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. And we'll be back next week. Peace.
Bye, y'all.